Time for the morning rush. A man is in custody this morning after a deputy said he killed a woman and then dumped her body in a drainage tunnel. BCSO says Jose Mendoza Espinosa killed a woman that he was having a secret relationship with. Mendoza Espinosa told them that the woman, who was transgender, had been extorting him for the last 2 years for money after each meeting. Now, the state is asking for Mendoza Espinosa to be held in custody until his trial.
We're now hearing from the family of a woman shot and killed at a rural New Mexico convenience store. Police say surveillance shows 52-year-old Joseph Sanders start a conversation with cashier Laura McCormick and another customer. After leaving, Sanders returns to the counter, shooting McCormick twice after a scuffle, and then fled the area. Sanders was later arrested and is now being charged with murder.
A man is back in federal custody after a standoff with police. Keon Harris was arrested in 2020 for getting into a shootout with his cousin. Now, he was sentenced to more than 2 years in federal prison and was out on supervised release. In July, that was revoked on suspicion of a drug violation. Yesterday, police showed up at a home, prompting a SWAT standoff before Harris surrendered. Erica.
And here's a look at our hourly forecast for your morning commute. Temperatures are very cold, much colder than yesterday, so be sure to wear your warmer coats. We'll be staying cooler through the morning, 50 at 10 and only 57 by noon, but with plenty of sunshine.
The Bernalillo County District Attorney is asking the state Supreme Court to prioritize community safety. Sam Bregman is now requesting that they reverse a ruling saying the city of Albuquerque cannot take and destroy property belonging to homeless people. Bregman suggests the current decision will only lead to more crime.
A New Mexico man is suing state police, claiming that they wrongfully identified him as a kidnapper. In March of last year, investigators later identified Mark Lopez as a possible suspect in a kidnapping case. Lopez is now suing state police and all the agencies who shared his information. State police published a correction after the information was out. As of this morning, we have not heard back from state police on the matter. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is low. We won't see any issues with our weather today. It's just going to be very cold this morning and tomorrow morning.
We're now hearing from the gas balloon pilot who went down after crashing into a power line in Texas. Christoph Zapart told Fox 4 Dallas that it was gunfire that brought his and his co-pilot's balloon down, the sound of it rather, while competing in the Gordon Bennett gas balloon race. After they touched down, the hydrogen gas balloon hit the power lines, and just seconds after getting the pilots out, there was an explosion. Now, both pilots are expected to make full recovery.
Balloon Fiesta still has a couple of big days left, and this weekend's solar eclipse is bringing even more activities. The day will start with the drone show, the traditional morning glow, and the mass ascension of more than 500 balloons. The eclipse is scheduled to begin at 9:13 Saturday morning, peak at 10:36, and end at 12:09. Erica.
All right, to check on traffic, the maps are looking pretty clear. There are still some slowdowns around Balloon Fiesta Field. And here's a look at the Big Eye. We're starting to busy up in a nice clear morning.
State health officials are warning those who watch the eclipse to protect their eyes with the right equipment. They say people should never use filters not specifically designed for solar eclipses, including camera viewfinders and smartphones. Those attending Balloon Fiesta will be able to get their hands on a free pair of glasses so long as they are part of the first 80,000 visitors in attendance.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, Balloon Fiesta is preparing for this weekend's solar eclipse. The day will start with the drone show, the traditional morning glow, and the mass ascension of more than 500 balloons. That's when the eclipse fun starts, with officials expecting a record number of people at Balloon Fiesta Park. Those balloons will make their flights return to the park and then set up again. The eclipse is scheduled to begin at 9:13, peak at 10:36, and end at 12:09. The first 80,000 visitors will get a free pair of eclipse glasses.
At number 4, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is ordering all flags in the state to be flown at half-staff over the weekend to mourn the lives of those lost in Israel. The order begins today and runs through Monday.
At number 3, it's going to be a cooler day. Temperatures only climbing into the upper 60s again, and we're off to a cold start. Make sure to wear your layers today.
At number 2, despite a court victory for the governor's controversial gun ban, local law enforcement agencies continue to disagree with the order. Well, that order initially banned open and concealed carry in Bernalillo County, but it was later amended to banning guns in just 2 parks and playgrounds. That was after a flurry of lawsuits. Bernalillo County Sheriff John Allen, who was one of the first to speak out against the order last month, says he stands firm on not enforcing the order. Meanwhile, APD Chief Harold Medina sent a statement to News 13 saying, in part, when officers encounter individuals who violate the state's emergency order and possession is the only violation, they will then forward those cases on to New Mexico State Police. The New Mexico State Police did not explicitly say that they plan to cite people carrying guns, only that this order gives them more enforcement options.
At number 1, a man is behind bars this morning after cops said he killed a woman and dumped her body in a drainage tunnel. According to the criminal complaint, Jose Espinosa killed a woman that he was having an affair with. The woman was reported missing on September 24th, with her body being found 2 days later near Central and 140th Street. According to BCSO, Espinosa told them the woman, who was transgender, had been extorting him the last 2 years for money after each meeting. Deputies say Espinosa told them the woman asked him for $5,000 or said she would expose him to his wife. Espinosa is suspected of then hitting and killing the woman and dumping her in a drainage tunnel. BCSO says there is no evidence to suggest that this is a hate crime. The state is now asking for Espinosa to be held in custody until his trial.